this bed. Hey guys, what's going on? I know I said I wasn't going to record or anything while I was at the hospital, but I felt like this was necessary just to keep you guys updated, let you guys know what's going on. So right now I'm actually in for rehab, which this is now my second week, and this should be my final week. So just to go over with you guys what's going on, if you didn't see the last couple vlogs that are on my channel, I recently had surgery. I'll leave a link to what it is, but it's called a distal femoral extension osteotomy, which basically means that they made my legs straight. Now, my legs have never been straight in my life, and the way the bed is kind of hard for me to show you right now, but if I do a vlog later on during the week, then I'll show you guys, I'll try to show you guys at least. But the way that the bed is actually laying right now, it's a little hard. Yeah, I'm at my hospital where I had the surgery at, and I'm in for physical therapy and all that. And I've been here since Monday. Let's see, when did I come here? Monday the 5th, and today is Sunday the 11th. So this week should be my last week. I should be here till Friday. Friday should be my last day here, and then I should be going home either Friday later on during the day or Saturday. Still not sure yet. I don't know how that's working, but I'm basically living here. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I'm basically living here for the time being. So anyway, back to what I was saying about what was going on before. So before, like I said, my legs weren't completely straight. They haven't been all my life. I always walked with my legs and feet kind of like turned in instead of straight forward. So turned in, my right knee was always like more bent than my left. My left was like the straightest it could go at that time, before the surgery. And then we finally had a doctor's appointment, and he let me know that there was an opportunity to get my legs fully straight, which is actually something I've been waiting for pretty much all my life. So I was really excited to hear about that. At first we said no, but then I got to thinking, and then my dad wanted me to start thinking about like what I wanted to do. So I went with the surgery. There was 3 options. There was this surgery, there was one where they go in the back of my knee, which would cause like more tendon rips, more muscle tears, and probably would have been a little less effective than this surgery. The next option was this surgery that I just got, and the last option was having straight casts on, which actually we did when I was younger and it didn't work. So we definitely said no to that method, I should say. So actually this was the surgery that was the most effective with the least amount of pain and, you know, tears and all that stuff. So after the surgery, which I had done, let's see, last Wednesday was 4 weeks, so I think it was on like the 10th or 17th of January, something like that. Yeah, it was January 10th, because wait a second. Yeah, January 10th, because that was like a few days after my friends went back to school. So January 10th, and last Wednesday was 4 weeks, so that was a month. So during that time, like right after I had my surgery, I was there that Wednesday till that Sunday, and then I went home. So I was only here for 4 days, and then I was laying in bed at home for 3 weeks. Then I came here last Monday and started physical therapy and all that stuff. So basically, I'll give you the rundown of what they've been doing. Basically, they've been doing like muscle stims, which, if you guys don't know what that is, it basically gives like a little like, I'm gonna say like electrical current kind of to wherever they put them. In this case, it was on my quads, and that's just to wake up my muscles, basically. I was only 50% weight bearing, which was a little hard to find out because the scales that they had weren't working properly, so they would only have me put like 50 pounds of weight down, which I could have done more, because I'm like 208, 209. So yeah, anyway, that's alright. But everything's been going well. And the other stuff they've been having me doing is like bending my legs, trying to straighten them when they're in the air, lifting my legs, and then I have occupational therapy, which they're more focused on like my upper body, which really isn't a big deal, but they've been like working my arms, my core, and they've been having to find like different things for me to do, because a lot of the stuff that they were giving me weren't really like challenging enough that they wanted to, or that they wanted them to be. And a lot of the stuff that they were having me doing was with free weights, and it was stuff I was actually doing when I was going to the gym. So with that being said, they were having me doing like 10 pounds or something like that, and they were saying like I wasn't like breaking a sweat, or like I wasn't even trying or anything, and that was only because I was doing like 45 to 55 pounds, I think, which is basically like, one of them is like laying back and putting the free weight like behind your head, and then kind of like doing this while laying down, kind of. And I would be doing that with like 45-50 pounds. So they had to figure out like different things for me to do. So yeah, and then other stuff that they've been having me do, like in physical therapy, is called water therapy, which means that they have me in a pool, and basically I walk around, do some exercises, and let me tell you, being able to stand, first of all, in a pool, which means I'm basically putting only 25% weight bearing, kind of, so I'm able to put like my full weight down when I'm in there. It feels nice. It feels nice, especially to even walk. But this week is going to be a tough week, because all my restrictions come off tomorrow, so that means I can start like putting weight down on them, like my full weight, And my physical therapy is gonna have me like start trying to walk and all that stuff. And of course I'm gonna have to use like a walker and all that. I'm not gonna be, you know, just up and going. Basically what I have to do is like be retaught how to walk again, basically. Because of the surgery, what they basically did is they cut a wedge into my my leg, and then kind of like basically they broke my leg and put it back together. And like the easiest way to explain it, all my tendons and muscles and all that, they cut that and re-put them back together. And I just realized that the speaker over there is still on for the TV, because we have these, and there's volume, that's the nurse button, this is what controls the TV. So real quick, I'll try to show you guys the scars. It's gonna be a little bit hard because I just put something called Aquaphor on, which is supposed to kind of help like make the scars like untighten and like kind of smooth. So bear with me. Ugh. Alright, so I don't know how well you can see that. I'll have to check back on the video, but that's one of them. Yeah, you should be able to see it fine. And then right here is the other one. So that's basically that. For the scars, there's no more like scabs or anything left. All that has been pretty much been washed away in the past like 5 showers that I took. And it was bad at home because like I couldn't take like an actual shower because we didn't have any of the equipment. So I would be in bed, we would put these kind of like waterproof sheets on them, and then use like a wash rag to wash my body, my lower body, then have like a bowl and all that to like wash my hair and, you know, all that. So, which, speaking about that, I've had it in like the bun for like the past like month and a half. Like ever since I had the surgery, I've had it in it. So I'm actually gonna try and do it tomorrow when I wake up before I go to therapy, because I don't want to always have it in this, and I do have my stuff here to actually do it. Like I got my straightener and my products that I use, so so I should be fine in the sense of being able to do it and have it look alright. And yeah, so, and like back to the shower thing, it feels so good to take a shower. Like here they have me on a shower bench and they have a stool in front to keep my legs like straight across kind of. So, and then I gotta wear these dumb things. They're knee immobilizers, which I have to sleep in, because that's what helps keep my legs straight throughout the night. And actually, I used to have to have them on like at all times, like right after surgery. The only time I was able to take them off is when I had to do something called a CPM machine, which is basically a machine that bends your leg for you at like 45 degrees, all the way up to, some of them went up to like 190 degrees or something like that. I don't know. But all I know is that the machine kind of helps keep your legs mobile, to kind of help like keep them active, and it helps a lot with when they're stiff, because like moving them like really helps it. This is also something I gotta get used to, because I haven't used OBS on my computer or any computer since my computer since my desktop kind of died. I'll get to my desktop in a minute too, because I have some good news about that. But yeah, there was an update for OBS, and like everything looks a little different. It's weird, but I'm getting used to it as I go. But anyway, my computer. Friday or maybe Thursday, I'm gonna talk to my grandmother about what day might be better, because I'm going to be buying a new motherboard for the computer. Now, it's going to be a cheap one, but at the same time it's not. I say it's going to be cheap is because it's only $100. Most of the other ones that I found were like 60 to 80, which is a lot better, but they were like ASRock, and a few other ones. The other ones I didn't really know. ASRock, I know them, but I wanted to go for something that was actually like a manufacturer that I really know. So I was looking at Gigabyte, which is what was in my computer already. I was looking at MSI and Asus. And the Asus is actually the one I'm going with. It's the, I think it's the H81M. Yeah, H81M-Plus. And it's a micro ATX, which works out perfect because that's cheap and that's what was in my computer already. A micro ATX. The Asus, not as much. I had a Gigabyte motherboard. So now I'm getting an Asus motherboard, which works out just fine. And the way that they have like everything, like the utilities and drivers and all that to download, makes it so much more easier than it does on like ASRock when I was looking. Because in order to update your BIOS and all that, which is the first thing I'm doing when I get the computer or the motherboard as soon as I install it, is updating the BIOS. For most of them, you have to download the file onto a USB flash drive and then plug it into the computer and go into your BIOS right away. And then you gotta go to like advanced and tools or something like that and then update it through there, which is fine. But actually on some of the like the gaming motherboards I've been looking at for some of my computer builds, because I've been actually looking at different ones. Now I'm still going with the same plan, like streaming the build when I get the parts in hopefully June or July, like after we move. But the thing is, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do, because if I go with what I'm thinking about, then I'm only going to have one computer for a little while. So what I was thinking was I could build a really good gaming PC and then hold off with the streaming / render PC. Render PC, if you're wondering what that is basically just like a video editing, like a workstation kind of. It's where I would be, you know, like browsing the web more often, It's what I would be on if I'm not gaming, be on if I'm like video editing or something like that. But no gaming would be on there. Which is something else that I gotta look into. Because like I said, if I go with that option, then I will be only having one computer for a little while, and then I would get that one a little bit later, which would be fine. But the gaming PC would be a little bit more expensive than what it is already. That I also have to wait for some of the products to actually be back in stock, because I've been looking at Asus ROG Strix 1070 and 1080, and the 1080 isn't actually much more, and it's got a little bit better performance, so I've been thinking about the 1080, but like every store that I've been looking at, it's like not in stock. So like I said, that's something else I gotta look into. But yeah, that's all stuff for later on. I have like 6 different builds, some of them with different cases and all that, which is something I will show you guys when I have my computer like up and running and all that, is the options that I have for both the gaming and render PC. Because the render PC, I changed it because originally I wanted to do like a mini tower, because I was just gonna have it like under the desk and all that. But just like my gaming PC, I was thinking about having it on the top of the desk, and that would be fine, because I'm doing like a bunch of lighting stuff, like I was going like full on Asus with a lot of my stuff. Like I would have a Phanteks Enthone Pro M tempered glass case. I would have an Asus ROG Strix motherboard, the Asus graphics card, and then I would have a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo. The gaming PC, I would have 32 gigs of RAM. Now I know you don't need that much, you really only need 16, but a lot of games nowadays actually could require more. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going with 32 gigs. Windows 10 on both computers, but then on the render PC, I was actually thinking about going with a mid-tower instead. Both full ATX motherboards, but the render PC would have a BitFenix Nova TG black and red. Yeah, black and red. It's a really cool case actually. If I wasn't going with the Phanteks for my gaming PC, the BitFenix Nova TG is what I would go with. But yeah, it's a cool case. I'm going with that. Something that'll a good motherboard. Probably, I think I have like an MSI or like a cheap Asus in there, because I do like Asus. I like MSI, I like Gigabyte, I like all of them, but I like lighting and all that too, like the RGB stuff. So in terms of that, I've been looking at a lot of like Asus stuff. But MSI does some of that stuff too, so I've been looking at them. So I would be doing that. The cases actually sometimes come with RGB cables, which is nice because then you could just put them on the case. So let's see what else. Only 16 gigs of RAM, which I know some of you will be thinking, like, why not reverse it, like have the render PC have 32 gigs, because, you know, that would be more demanding than the gaming PC. I'm not really sure why I'm doing it like this, but eventually, when I get more into video editing and, you know, all that stuff, I will upgrade it to 32 gigs, but by that time I should have, like, more money to do this stuff. Because my grandmother is helping me with the computer, or computers, and I'm helping out as well because it's mine. So she's helped me with it, and I'm gonna help out a lot as well. I'm gonna turn off the TV so I stop getting distracted. And then I've been thinking about not putting a graphics card into the render PC, but then I've been thinking about just putting like a cheap 1050 Ti in there. Like if I wanted to do like full-on Asus in that computer as well, I would do, because they do have a Strix, or Asus ROG Strix 1050 Ti as well, which is actually kind of cheap. It's only like, depending on where you get it at, it's about $190 to about $230. Kind of depends. But yeah, either that or I was just gonna put like a cheap one. Now the reason why I would want to do that is because I use Sony Vegas Pro 15 a lot now for when I edit and render. So with doing that, I'm losing my train of thought a lot today. Sorry guys. I can't even remember what I was saying anymore. I don't know. Oh, right. Because Sony Vegas 15 has a NVIDIA dedicated kind of encoding render setting thing, which is a hell of a lot faster than if I were to use a CPU. So I'll give you the rundown of the computer specs for the render PC as well, and the gaming PC. So the gaming PC, I'm going with an Intel Core i7 7700K, and originally I was going to go with a 4790K, but the 7700K is a lot better, of course, and it's something new that I want to look at. We're getting in like way better in processors, like AMD Ryzen, the Threadripper, 16 core 32 thread, expensive as hell. The Intel Core i9, and I'm not going with an i9 mainly because they're like, a lot of them are way too expensive, and to me it's not worth it. That, and I like to stick to components that I usually know about. And from what I was hearing, the i9 really isn't too much better than the i7s, or at least the 7th and 8th gens. But yeah, so there's that. Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo, like I said, 32 gigs of RAM. Hopefully an Asus ROG Strix motherboard. If not, I can go with an MSI. I'll just have to keep watching and seeing. what else? Storage wise, I was thinking about getting a Samsung 850 Pro, a 2.5-inch SSD, a 256 gig for 120 bucks, but then I found an ADATA, 275 gigabyte for like 90 bucks, like 85-90 bucks or something like that. And the read and write speed was pretty fast for both of them, but I think the ADATA was just a little bit faster. And then I would have one 1 terabyte and then one either 2 terabyte or 3 terabyte. I'm thinking about a 3 terabyte. But I was also thinking about getting maybe like a 500 gig SSD instead of one of the hard drives for recording, because recording to an SSD would be a whole lot faster than recording to a hard drive. That, and I could probably get better recordings out of it. But I don't know, because I still gotta figure out like how I would transfer the files to the other computer, like good, instead of like the way I was doing it before, just transferring it through like a home group or something like that. I don't know, I'll figure something out. Let's see. Of course, Windows 10 graphics card, still trying to figure it out. And then on the stream slash video edit PC, I'm going with an i7 8700K, 16 gigs of RAM, Cooler Master Hybrid 212 Evo. I think 120 gig SSD, I think, or the same 275 gig SSD. And then like a 2 terabyte hard drive, something like that. The 2 terabytes would be just in case I need it, but mainly everything like I download will be through the SSD. That would also be the boot drive. Same thing with the gaming PC. And then, because like the SSD you can use for like everyday things that you use for programs and all that, so maybe a 1050 Ti. I'm still trying to think about it. Asus or MSI motherboard, whichever I can find that's better. And cooling wise, for all these computers, or both these computers I should say, I've been trying to find motherboards that have at least 6 system or chassis fan connectors. And that is mainly because I like to maximize the airflow through the case. So like for my Phanteks case, I'm doing 2 140s in the front, 1 140 in the back, 2 140s on top. So that's 5. And then on the BitPhoenix, I think I'm doing 140 in back, 2 140s on top, and I think 1 140 in the front, maybe, or maybe 2. I can't remember. I'll have to look. But it was either that case or a Bitfinex Prodigy, which is like a small mini tower. I'll leave everything that I talk about in the video down in the description. Which is the other thing. I don't know how long this is going to take me to upload because the internet here is... I get like anywhere between like 1 to 15 megabits upload. Which... and that's like even on my phone, and my phone at my house gets what we're supposed to, like 350 down and like 30 upload. So my laptop at my house gets like 50 down and 25 or 30 up, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I still have some stuff I gotta look up. I gotta look up a few cars. I'm gonna watch some TV, see if I can try to make myself a little tired. It's actually really hard sleeping in this hospital, not because I would rather be at home, but because the beds are uncomfortable. Like if they had maybe like a king or queen size bed, I would be a whole lot happier. Like, don't get me wrong, these beds are alright. It's just like I can't lay on my stomach, like, at all. I can lay on my side, but it's still a little uncomfortable. I just got the Aquaphor crap on my hands. But yeah, like I said, the internet here is a little meh. But I'll work with what I got. I'm not picky at the moment. Plus, I don't know how much I'll be doing this week because for the first 3 days they have me busy as all hell. Like my first week, which was last Monday through Friday, I was doing 2 PT sessions and 1 OT session a day. But for the first 3 days, they got me doing 2 OT sessions, 2 PT sessions, and there's stuff in between. Like something called Child Life, which is basically like one of the child care chicks that just checks up on you, see how you're doing. Rec therapy, which I gotta figure out like what that is and if I gotta go to that, because if I don't, I'm not. But yeah, and then the last 2 days, Thursday and Friday, it's the same schedule as last time, just like 1 OT session and 2 PTs, which is fine. I do like to keep myself busy throughout the day. The only thing that sucks is that this week, you know, the full weight bearing thing, I'm going to be in a lot more pain than usual. So, yeah. And sorry for the audio, by the way. I meant to mention that at the beginning, but of course I'm on my laptop and I don't have, you know, my Blue Yeti here. But yeah. Other than that, everything is going well so far. They're saying that everything is going as planned, and if it stays that way, then I will definitely be able to go home Friday, if not Saturday. Because they were saying that if they feel like they need to keep me for a little bit longer, then will keep me for like another week or something like that. Which they're saying the way that I progress this week is better than most people they said that they've worked with, and if it keeps going, then I'll be out of here early. And plus I was talking to some of the nurses, and even they were saying that most of the time when they see that happen, like having to stay a little bit longer, is because they're the physical therapists aren't seeing much progress. But since this is a surgery I've been waiting pretty much all my life for, you know I'm dedicated as hell to get moving and all that, and I should be walking straight in the next few months. And yes, I know I need a haircut. I definitely know that. That was just something that I wasn't really worried about before the surgery, which I should have. Like everywhere's getting long. Not a big fan of it. It's fine though. I'm not worried about it right now. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go because I got some stuff I gotta finish up, and then I definitely gotta start uploading this because it's 40 minutes long. Like I said, I'll try to do a vlog later on during the week. I'll try to. I was thinking about Wednesday, but I'm looking at my schedule, and Wednesday might not be the best day, and Wednesday is the only day I'm going to be here by myself. Because my grandmother's coming here tomorrow night, and then she'll be here all day Tuesday. I'll be here by myself on Wednesday, and my dad's coming Thursday, and I think my dad or my grandmother or both are coming on Friday. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm tired, and I gotta start doing stuff. I still gotta look up some stuff. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I know I didn't, you know, really do anything for the past month. Sorry, I'm waiting to see if... Okay, because sometimes when I hear the nurses down the hall, they always like come knocking at my door, so I was just waiting to see if someone was coming in. But yeah, I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I'll definitely try to do a vlog before Friday to let you guys know how everything's going and all that. So trying to think of anything else before I go. My back, because of this bed, hurts. That and the way I gotta sit in the wheelchair probably didn't help. But yeah, I can't think of anything else, and if I do, I'll make a separate vlog and I'll just add it on to the other one. And I'm gonna go, so thank you guys so much for watching. The computer. I meant to talk to you guys about well, I already talked about the motherboard, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was thinking about maybe recording me putting in the new one, which would work a lot better because I would be doing it downstairs instead of upstairs, which isn't the smartest thing to do, but it might work out better for me the way I gotta do everything. Because I'm still not gonna be able to stand too long because, you know, I just had surgery and all that, so I'll have to sit through most of it, which is fine by me and all that. So yeah, I might just do a recording, probably not a lot of cuts, and then I'll record the boot up sequence maybe, or me booting it up, or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so I really hope you don't need the support DVD, because I don't think there's anywhere to plug in the DVD drive on the motherboard. That'd be something I would have to look at. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. Like I said, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading, doing anything. I said I wasn't gonna do anything, but I thought I should. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love your faces, and I'll see you all in my next vlog sometime before Friday to let you guys know what's going on. Thank you guys. I love you. We'll see you all in the next one. See ya.